Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling strangely drained? Not angry, not sad, just smaller, as if something was taken from you, even though no one raised their voice. No insults, no obvious attack, just a few innocent questions. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some questions are not meant to be answered. The moment you answer them, you lose. Not because you're wrong, but because you've stepped into a game you never agreed to play. In this video, you'll discover 5 questions that sound harmless, even polite, yet have been used for centuries to provoke, control, and destabilize people. And near the end, I'll share the final question, the one most adults still answer without realizing it slowly erodes their dignity and inner peace. Stay with me. We live in a world that talks constantly. Meetings, messages, notifications, opinions disguised as concern, judgments wrapped in humor, disrespect hidden behind just being honest. We're taught that strength means responding quickly, defending ourselves clearly, explaining our intentions. But the Stoic philosophers, men who lived through war, exile, loss, and political betrayal, understood something deeply counterintuitive. True power is not in having the perfect response. It's in knowing when silence protects your freedom. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions. It's not about being passive or cold. It's about self-command, about choosing your reactions instead of surrendering them. Today, we'll walk through 5 questions you should think twice about answering. For each one, we'll explore a real-life situation you've likely experienced, the psychological trap hidden beneath the words, a Stoic perspective that restores your balance, and a grounded, respectful way to respond or not respond at all. This is not a lecture. Think of it as a quiet conversation between people who've lived long enough to know that peace is expensive and worth protecting. Let's begin. Question 1. Why do you look so nervous? It often happens in public. A meeting, a family gathering, a moment when attention subtly shifts toward you. Someone smiles and asks, "Why do you look so nervous?" At first glance, it sounds like concern, but something inside tightens. Years ago, I answered this question without thinking. "I'm not nervous," I said. "I just didn't sleep well." That single sentence changed the atmosphere. Suddenly, everyone started watching me differently, as if nervousness had been confirmed, as if something was wrong and now visible. It took me a long time to realize what happened. By answering, I accepted the premise of the question, that I was nervous, that my emotional state was open for evaluation. This is the trap. When someone asks, "Why are you so nervous?" they're not really asking for information. They're inviting you to defend yourself. And the moment you defend yourself, you've lost control of the frame. Epictetus warned about this centuries ago. It is not events themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about them. The event isn't the question. The disturbance begins when you accept the judgment embedded inside it. The Stoic response is not to argue, not to explain, not to overcorrect. It's to remain grounded. Sometimes a simple "I'm fine" is enough. Sometimes silence is stronger. You don't need to prove you're calm to anyone. Your composure does not require validation. When silence is chosen, not out of fear, but out of self-mastery, it becomes a shield. Calmness, as the Stoics understood, is not weakness. It is authority without aggression. Question 2. Don't you trust me? This question often appears in relationships, romantic, professional, or personal. You ask for clarity, you set a boundary, you request time or transparency, and suddenly the tone shifts. Don't you trust me? Immediately, guilt surfaces. You begin questioning yourself. Am I being too cautious, too cold, too guarded? But here's what experience teaches us. This question is rarely about trust. It's about control. It attempts to make caution look like betrayal and wisdom look like suspicion. Seneca wrote, "The first step to wisdom is to know the difference between what should be trusted and what should be examined." A Stoic does not distrust people by default, but neither do they surrender discernment to emotion. I once lent money to someone close to me. Before agreeing, I suggested putting the terms in writing. He smiled and said, "Don't you trust me?" I paused, and then replied calmly, "I do, and I also trust clarity." At first, he laughed, but something shifted. True trust never fears transparency. A trustworthy person does not pressure you into blind faith. They respect boundaries because they respect reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Stand straight, not held straight." If trust must be demanded, it is already unstable. Wisdom lies in being firm without being hostile, clear without being accusatory. Caution is not a lack of trust, it is respect for truth. Question 3. What are you hiding? This question cuts deeper. It often appears when you choose silence, when you step back, when you stop explaining everything. What are you hiding? Why are you so quiet? In my younger years, I used to respond immediately. I'd explain, clarify, justify. It never worked. Because people who ask this question are rarely seeking understanding. They're seeking leverage. Seneca once said, "He who seeks wisdom should not justify himself to fools." When you answer, "What are you hiding?" you accept the role of the accused, even if you've done nothing wrong. Privacy is not guilt. Silence is not deception. A manipulative question like this attempts to invade your inner space, to extract information you never owed. Over time, I learned a different approach. Instead of defending myself, I gently reflected the question back. Why do you think I'm hiding something? The effect was immediate. The conversation shifted. The pressure dissolved. Because the goal was never truth. It was dominance. Everyone has the right to an inner life. Not everything must be shared to be legitimate. Dignity does not require disclosure. Question 4. Do you think you're better than everyone else? This question usually appears when you begin to change. You stop gossiping. You stop reacting. You stop participating in conversations that drain you. And someone says, "So, you think you're better than us now?" This question doesn't accuse you of arrogance. It accuses you of growth. I remember sitting at a dinner table years ago. People were mocking someone who wasn't present. I stayed quiet. Someone laughed and said, "Wow, too wise for us now?" For a moment, I felt the urge to explain myself, to apologize for my silence. But then I realized something. My silence wasn't superiority. It was peace. Epictetus wrote, "If you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Growth often looks like arrogance to those who fear change. The Stoic response is not defensiveness. It's calm clarity. I'm not better, you might say. I'm just choosing what feels right for me. Or nothing at all. The crowd often mocks what it doesn't understand. And those who try to pull you down are often afraid to rise themselves. Peace, to the restless, looks like pride. Question 5. You won't be offended if I'm honest, right? This is the most dangerous question of all, because it arrives wearing politeness, concern, even friendliness. You won't be offended if I'm honest. I used to answer automatically, "Of course not." Every time, I regretted it, because what followed was rarely honesty. It was cruelty, justified in advance. Epictetus warned, if you want to be invincible, do not enter battles that do not concern you. When someone asks if you'll be offended, they're testing your boundaries. They already know what they're about to say will cross a line. One day, a colleague told me, "You won't be offended if I tell you what people say about you, right?" I paused. Then I said quietly, "If it doesn't serve peace, I don't need to hear it." The conversation ended there. Not every truth deserves entry into your mind. A person who values honesty speaks with care, not disclaimers. If offense must be negotiated in advance, respect is already absent. Silence in moments like this is not avoidance. It is self-respect. Let's take a moment to breathe and reflect. We explored 5 questions. Why are you so nervous? Don't you trust me? What are you hiding? Do you think you're better than everyone else? You won't be offended if I'm honest, right? Different words, same intention. Each one attempts to shift power, from your inner authority to someone else's agenda. The Stoics understood this well. Life will always present provocations, but you are not obligated to respond to every invitation. Wisdom is not about having an answer for everything. It's about knowing what doesn't deserve one. Each time you choose silence over reaction, you reclaim a piece of yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy, and perhaps the deepest victory is walking away with your peace intact." If this conversation resonated with you, if you recognized yourself in even one of these moments, know that you're not alone. Inner calm is not something you're born with. It's something you practice. If you found value here, consider liking the video. It helps this message reach others who need it. And if you'd like to continue exploring Stoic wisdom applied to modern life, subscribe and stay with us.